Hi, welcome to Fishy Wild. Sometimes, we see a cool koi at an exhibition, or in a koi shop, or in a video on the internet. That koi are really cool and impressive, make us falling in love, to the point where we want to own them. But often the koi are impossible to own. This could be because the koi is not being sold, or the price of the koi is too high, or often videos or photos of the koi are the only documentation left because it have died. It feels sad when that desire is dashed. But we can still look for and buy koi that are similar to what we want. But on the other hand, we should aware and sober. There will not be exactly the same koi existing in this world. There will only be quite similar, very similar, and almost twins. The only way to get something as similar as possible is to do an analysis, make a checklist of the categories that must exist so that they are the same, or at least have the same points. For example, this Showa-san Shoku. It is very impressive in my eyes. But how to find something similar? Let's analyze it. First, this koi has a red pattern on its back that is wide from the head to half of the body. Likewise, the red pattern at the base of the tail. Second, the center of this koi is white with a fairly wide area. Third, this koi has a hachiware pattern, or black coated on its face in the shape of the letter Y, yo-yo. The black pattern in the middle of the body is quite large, as is the tail. So, that's roughly the checklist of koi that we are looking for similarities with. Let's move on. In this first koi we will try to apply the checklist above. Checklist first, the koi has a red pattern on its back that is wide from the head to half of the body. Likewise, the red pattern at the base of the tail. However, when we look at this first candidate, the red color on the back is not one and wider. The red pattern on the back is separate and dominated by white. So this koi immediately does not fulfill the first condition in the checklist. On this second koi we will try to apply the checklist before. Checklist first, the koi has a red pattern on its back that is wide from the head to half of the body. Likewise, the red pattern at the base of the tail. In this second candidate, we can see that he also has a red pattern on his back that is wide from his head to half of his body. Unfortunately, instead of being dominated by red, this second candidate is actually dominated by black. At this point we can reject it, and move on to the third candidate. However, if there is something that can be tolerated, for example in the case of this koi whose tail base is not red enough, it doesn't feel like a problem, we will continue with the next checklist. In my opinion, these koi have 80% similar silhouettes, so it's better if we test them further. Number 2 on the checklist requires that the center of the koi be white with a fairly wide area. If we look at this third candidate, the white color in the middle is there, but not as wide as the dream koi earlier. The koi in front of us is narrower in white but more balanced because it is on both sides of the body. It doesn't seem to be a problem. Let's just move on to the third condition. Third, this koi has a hachiware pattern, or black scratch on its face in the shape of the letter Y, yo-yo. Wow, that seems fitting. Even though the mouth of this third candidate is not as black as the initial koi's mouth, the black hachiware on its face looks appropriate and similar to the dream koi we are looking for. It seems sufficient, even though there is only a 70% to 80% similarity. After all, nothing can be 100%, right? In this third koi candidate, I suspect it will be easier for you to assess it without rereading the checklist. For example, the face shows that the requirements for the similarity of the Y-shaped hachiware pattern are fulfilled. Then, the base of the tail is also dominated by red. However, in terms of the unified silhouette and especially the back of the back, this fish has a more dominant white color, even though the face and tail are similar. There are difficulties here, especially in fish that mutate according to age, such as the Showa Sanshoku we discussed. The sumi or patterns on this young fish appear to be still developing, such as on the mouth. So in this position, we can hope that the black sumi will also increase on the back of his back to cover the white color, which is somewhat more dominant. Expectations like this may be inaccurate in the future, but at least 60% of the silhouette has been obtained, and this young fish is a good fish. No one knows, maybe we will even get better ones after these fish grow up. Did you enjoy the video? You can check out other videos from Fishy Wild, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I will be happy to see you again, and let's get in touch in the comments section.